G'day everyone, Trouble here. Just thought I'd make a quick video on the Arrows of the East event that's on at the moment. Taking a look at it, a bucket load of energy is basically required in order to complete it. However, I've come up with a little bit of a hacks way in order to get more points. The way that I'm going to do this is utilize the 10,000 damage dealt with heroes from the Far East faction and the Rift using the Moonlight Sisters mechanic to heal themselves to squeeze as many points as I can out of them. Where possible, I like to complete these events when there is a summon because the heroes are pretty cool. So if you can get this completed, you collect all the rare heroes. You can then opt to keep them if you wish, or you can opt to fuse them for an epic hero. Kosai did mention that these guys would come to the altar in a few months, so as long as that still occurs, I'd be happy to go ahead and fuse for one of the heroes that are here. But the point of this video is to show you guys what I mean about the farming. So jumping into the Rift, heading over to the Moon Forest here. Just gonna maybe scale back to number 15. 16 was a bit tougher earlier on. So you only need to go through 15 or higher. But instead of using thousands of energy to try and get this done, you can sit here on repeat for half an hour until your game crashes, whatever it might be. We're just using 12 energy. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that when it comes across. So while this goes through the first couple of waves, I'm just going to show you my team real quick. So got our trusty little attacker here. I brought her across into the team because of the board jester capability. Moon Sister is immune to mana choke, so it's more so for the board jester, taking the Moon Sister down from 3 matches, Gemstone matches, down to 2. This will be really imperative to make sure that she's not hitting everyone for 20% of their health every turn. We've got Yon next. He's here just basically for the Far East faction, but he does provide Board King to allies, spell shield, and increase attack, which can be nice. Aim of the game here is not to kill the Moon Sister, sorry, and we're not really able to do so. I have dressed down a couple of these heroes and removed some of the artifacts just to ensure that Moon Sister doesn't get killed. This guy's being brought along for 2 reasons. More so for the grants recovery aspect than anything, but the restore mana is nice. Means that we'll be able to keep our heroes ticking over, especially Gira here. So I did have the choice between Aurora and Gira. Aurora's obviously got a much better shield. However, with having Yon on the team, it's already got increased attack. So Gira here does have increased defense as part of her ability, which is nice as well. And the hero capability, 32% health. That helps with the tile damage side of things here, but that won't prevent the ability here of hitting for 20% of the base health. So that's neither here nor there when it comes to the defense. Cool thing here is Moon Sister will heal herself for the damage done. Okay, throughout. So what we want to do is essentially have our heroes attacking the Moon Sister non-stop. They can do that until your game crashes, or until you wake up the next morning. Just depends on what happens. For me, this tends to crash after about a half hour. So I'm going to record 15-20 minutes, allow you guys to see how this team works. It's just a bit of an idea. You may or may not want to take this idea and run with it. You could go with less heroes from this faction, making it much easier. Now, if I was to swap out Han here, if I was to swap him out for someone like Nika, then the healing aspect is going to be much better. But I want to maximize the kind of damage we're doing from the Far East faction, so I've only got one character from outside of that faction at the moment. It's tracking pretty nice here. We can see that there's no issues getting on the board jester there, reducing the number of tiles that get thrown down, minimizing her mana and hence her capabilities to kill any of my heroes. For the most part, there's nothing here too dangerous for me to worry about. On one occasion, there was a time where the speed did sync up weirdly, and they ended up having like 4 turns in a row, which brought Han's health down really low, and he didn't die on that round, but the next time they happened to do that, this occurred. So not sure what triggered that, because generally speaking, 3 attacks is the most that I've seen, one from each of the moon totems and one from the moon sister. So shouldn't really occur, but in the event that it does, you would have been sitting on this for at least 15 minutes for 12 energy to get the amount of damage in that you do. I would say would be worth it in that worst case scenario. Some other ideas for this is to maybe even have a provoke tank in here, or a taunt tank. Somebody like Martin that can heal himself, along with the recovery that's on offer here from all. Should be enough to sustain him. You can keep Gira in there if you really needed to or wanted to do so, because along with your Green Dragon, I don't foresee, with also offering recovery, if you've got someone like Martin in here, I don't see it really needing a hero like Gira, but Gira obviously does provide protection to everybody with that shield. So play around with it, see how you go. But it's definitely something I think that will make farming this event much simpler for everyone. So hope you found this useful. If you did, like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other sort of videos you guys would like to see. I'm not going to bore you with talking for the next 15 minutes or so. We'll just shut off the video when that passes. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.